I'd like to open the regular meeting agenda. This is March 5th. I'd like to call to order on 2018. So please join Vice Mayor. We're going to stay here, by the way. Before we get into the prayer, please join Vice Mayor Campbell in the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for the invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your heads. Our Father, we seek your blessing on the task before us this evening. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom and understanding, our work with clarity and accuracy, and may we represent fairly and well those who have given us this task to do. Please form a hedge of protection around those who serve our city and our nation, here and abroad, and keep them safe. We ask these things in thy name, amen.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. So we're all present for the regular meeting. So we don't have any communication items. So now is the time for citizens who would like to address the City Council on any non-agenda item within the jurisdiction of the Goodyear City Council. Do we have any cards?
No, Mayor.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak? Oh, we do have some. So yes, you can come forward. Oh, hello there. I didn't recognize you. Come forward. You know the process. Please, your name and address, and you have a certain amount of time. The light will go on when you're finished, so go ahead.
I'm Jennifer Barber, 18295 West Sweet Acacia Drive. Up in Estrella.
Jennifer, do you mind just going ahead and sitting down because the microphone is there and we can hear you properly? Appreciate that. Thank you.
Just two quick questions. I appreciate the work session tonight on the...
Push that microphone a little bit closer to you.
Can you hear me now?
You can bend it. Just bend the top
Okay.
down there. Yeah.
Thank you for the work session tonight about the Estrella Fire Station. I have just two quick questions. One, will you still be on the same timeline to open up in the summer of 2019? And then along with that, when will the first family be moving in Lucero, which is a new community coming in down by Star Tower? And the reason I ask is because Estrella is such a linear community that once Lucero opens, the strain on fire services in that part of the community will also kind of add. So I'm just trying to find out what the timeline is with opening the fire station and the new families moving in. So, and I know you can't answer anything tonight.
All right, so it looks like we're going to address that at this time, or are we going to say that we will?
We would like to do a follow-up, so I can get you your
Okay.
information and we'll get you that.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So, do you have the information for the?
She's just giving her speaker card to fill out for the records.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mayor, we'll go ahead and contact her after.
Okay, fine. I was just waiting to see if you were done with her. So, all right, fine. So you will be, staff will be getting back to you with the answers to your questions. We appreciate you coming forth. It's nice to know you're interested in that fire station. Okay, let's go on. Go on to the business. The first item on business is consider approving the expenditures of funds associated with the contract Con-18-4136A with the Somerset Landscape LLC up to the amount of $1,021,600 for the landscape maintenance service of the city maintained right-of-ways and facilities.
Mayor,
Oh,
can we do the consent
Pardon me?
agenda?
No, no, just please go away and come back. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Council. I appreciate. So we're going to the consent agenda. Will the city clerk please read consent agenda items 6.1 to 6.3 by title only, please?
6.1, approve a request from Amy Jo Schlecht, agent applicant for Beach House Food and Spirits for a new Series 12 liquor license, number 1207, B as in boy 285, operating within the Presidio Residence Club located at 18209 West Calistoga Drive, Goodyear, Arizona 85338, generally located north of the northeast corner of Calistoga Drive and West Galveston Street in Estrella. 6.2, approve a 90-day extension of the Refinery Church final plat approval, extending the approval date to June 5th, 2018. 6.3, authorize adding a city council special meeting date of April 2nd, 2018 to the 2018 council meeting calendar and to move the regular city council meeting currently scheduled for April 9th, 2018 to April 2nd, 2018. Add a work session to the April 2nd, 2018 date and change the regular meeting currently scheduled for April 9th, 2018 to only a work session.
Thank you. Does anyone from the public wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Does anyone in the council wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? All right, then can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved.
I heard a motion from Councilman Hampton and a second from Vice Mayor. Roll call vote, please.
Vice Mayor Campbell? Aye. Councilmember Osborne?
Aye.
Councilmember Pizzillo?
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano?
Aye.
Councilmember Stipp?
Aye.
Councilmember Hampton?
Aye.
Mayor Lord?
Aye.
The motion carries 7-0.
All right, let's go to the business. I would like to remind council refrain from asking questions till staff presentation are complete. There's a motion on the table. The first item, 7.1, on business to consider approving the expenditure of funds associated with the contract Con-18-4136A with Somerset Landscaping LLC up to the amount of $1,021,600 for the landscape maintenance services of the city maintained rights, right-of-ways, and facilities. We have Jeremy Figueroa. Did I get that? Figueroa. There we go. Right-of-way superintendent will present.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Excuse me. I'm here tonight to seek your approval for the landscape services for the city of Goodyear, citywide landscape services. But before I get into that, excuse me. Before I get into that, I'd just like to get into a few details of the city maintenance contract. Thank you. I'm a little under the weather today, so you can hear it in my voice.
We have cough drops up here. If you need one, we're happy to give it to you.
So I'd just like to take a quick moment to remind everybody about the high-impact quality landscape areas that we have for our community. So, if you're looking for a great place to live and work in AZ, you can't do any better than Goodyear, and I believe landscape maintenance is a big part of that. And I did steal that from economic development, just in case you've heard that before. We believe that landscape services tie in very well to the council, excuse me, to the council objectives of quality of life, physical and resource management, sense of community, and economic vitality. I think these are all connections that right-of-way, median, and facility landscape maintenance have to do with, as it consists of the 78,000 plus residents that we have, the 2,700 plus businesses that call Goodyear home, as well as the 300,000 plus visitors that we receive, and that's just the ballpark alone.
Take a moment and take a drink. All right?
Yeah. Thank you. So landscape services, this is how it breaks down. 7 million square feet of right-of-way is what the recreation or the right-of-way department oversees, with just over 1,700 palm trees and nearly 600 large canopy trees. In the facilities area, we have 535,000 square feet of facilities, just over 100 palm trees, and a little over 100 large canopy trees. Water services area is about 2.7 million square feet, 44 water, wastewater sites. And if you put that by the numbers, you can see that when you combine all of these areas, it's a little over 10 million square feet of right-of-ways, 10 million square feet of area, 60 facilities, just over 1,800 palm trees, 600 large canopy trees. So when you look at this, it's a lot of area that requires maintenance, and it takes a large effort to get this done. With receiving new areas every day, through different projects that are completed, you can see we continue to expand our right-of-ways as well as our facility maintenance when it consists of landscape maintenance, sorry. So I'm here to
Take a moment, take another drink right now. Come on.
So I'm here today to seek your guys' approval for the expenditure of funds for the landscape maintenance contract for Somerset LLC in the amount of just over $1 million at $1,051,600. Sorry
right.
if I ran through that quickly, but
It's
see-
admirable when you have a cough. The mayor has that all the time, so I understand the dilemma that you're in. So
So this time I'd like to take any questions on the landscape service contract.
I think we have a few. Councilman Hampton?
Yeah, so thank you for bringing it to us. And I think the landscape is one of the first things that residents see when they come to our community. So I think it's very important to us. So yeah, so thank you for looking through this. And I'm just curious, did we go up in service? I know it's a different contract. Is it different from last year's contract? Did we get more out of it this year or less? Did last year more services or different expanded our services? Or I'm just curious from that perspective. So if we're adding more to it or making it better or something.
No, great question. Councilmember Hamilton, our landscape services contract is just over the square footage that we had initially about 5 years ago. We've added some areas little by little over the years. But this contract that we have before you today is a citywide landscape service contract. So it houses all the facilities, all of the right-of-ways, as well as water departments, well sites. The previous contract was just mainly right-of-ways with a few facilities that we had done, just like City Hall and the GMC building. So now we've housed all the landscape maintenance under this contract.
Okay, consolidated it then. Thank you.
I'm going to stop this right now because this has not been my night. So we all have our on and off night. Tonight I'm off. So could I have a motion, please, to approve the expenditures and associated with the contract Con-18-4136A with Somerset Landscape LLC up to the amount of $1,021,600 for the landscape maintenance service of the city maintained rights of way and facilities. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I've heard a motion from Council Stiff and a second from Vice Mayor Campbell. Open for council discussion. Now you can go on.
I'm good, thank you.
I sort of killed that, didn't I? Councilman Osborne?
Is this a new company?
Yes, it is.
I didn't think I recalled this firm before.
Yes, Councilmember Osborne. This is a new company. Previously, we had Mariposa Landscaping here for about 10 years. So this is Somerset's introduction to the city, if you will. They have worked with us on a few small projects, but this will be their first time doing all landscape services with us.
So on that, is there expectations with a new company that, especially with taking over the entire landscaping of every aspect of the city, are they in a, I don't want to say grace period, I mean, I guess it's a contract, so how does that work with you?
Councilmember Osborne, we put some things into the contract this year that will help us solidify the landscape services going forward and our expectations. With the recent money that was given to us through the asset management plan, we've invested a lot of money in our right-of-ways especially. And through that, we also added auditing process, some expectations up front that we would like to see by evaluating each of the areas and making sure that they maintain those level, if you will, throughout the contract. Just as I said just a second ago, we spent a lot of money, thanks to the mayor and council, and we just want to see that the landscape maintenance takes and keeps those areas looking well. And I think we can achieve that through our auditing program that we're putting in place with this contract.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you for that confirmation. Councilman Stipp?
Is this, I'm assuming this is within the budgeted amount?
Correct, Councilmember Stipp. It is within our budgeted amount. We currently have the budget that we're asking that you see before you.
Okay, great. And then just secondarily to that, I just want to compliment you and the crew on the efforts that you're putting forward in getting the medians, up to standard. The new work that was done in the fall, still looks really good. And I know you stole the line from the economic development brochure, but we can't say that if you guys aren't out there doing it. So please make sure you and my appreciation to you, but also make sure your crews know how much we appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, our goal is to make sure that what we're doing today continues to look well today, tomorrow, and well into the future. So, I think we're with us moving into a new division or overseeing just right-of-ways for myself. It gives us a little bit more teeth into what we're doing every day and making sure that we achieve pristine-looking landscape.
Councilmember Laura Tano?
Well, thank you, because obviously as we add more roads, we add more medians, and we have to keep all of that up, and it looks wonderful. My only question is, with part of this contract, I know we've had the Straya workers from the jail come. Are we still going to be doing that, or is that part of this contract, or separate? How does that work?
Councilmember Laurentano, we still do about 7 million square feet of right-of-way through the Perryville program. That'll continue. This is outside of the Perryville program.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Councilman Basillo?
I want to second, what Councilmember Stipp and the others have said. And no matter where you took the line from, I agree with you 100%. Your city's known by your look and feel when you come into the city. You want to look like a city on the up, you want to look at a city on the down. And your landscaping and the job that you're doing is making us look tremendously like we're on the up. And that's all part of recruiting and bringing businesses here to have that look and feel of a community that people want to live in. So again, I thank you for your efforts.
Appreciate that.
Mayor?
Well, I'm excited that you're going to try a new company, because just looking through the attachments on our file shows that they have extensive experience. And since we've had a company doing it for 10 years, now we may have a new look. And thank you for doing that. And thank you for all of what you do in overseeing our landscaping and all your crew. They're just a great, great group. Tell them how much we appreciate it.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? All right, let's vote.
Madam Mayor, I need to
Yes.
jump in here real quick. The motion was for $1,051,000, which reflects the amount that's in your COAC and in your presentation. You're posted on your agenda. The public notice was authorizing a contract for $1,021,600.
Oh, so that wasn't on mine.
That's correct. So
We need another motion.
For open meeting law purposes, and just speaking to Parks, they can make the $1,021,000 number work. The additional $30,000 had to do with additional services that added on to the contract. So if we want to amend the motion to the posted $1,021,600, that will work for the Parks Department and for the contract.
I need a motion to amend the contract.
What are we getting rid of?
Okay, it's not 51. Then we're good. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Because
pardon me
the
now.
COAC said 51.
I mean, are we going to get into,
We're fine with
We're fine. with
We're
it.
fine. So can you restate the motion then?
So I must be passing my bad night on to you. Thinking that's what's happening. All right, so we're ready to vote on this then?
Mayor, do you want me to restate the motion?
Restate the motion so we're clear.
Oh, you're going to, all right, so our city clerk is going to read it for us, so go ahead.
So the motion as it stands now is to approve the expenditure of funds associated with contract CON 18-4136A with Somerset Landscape LLC up to the amount of $1,021,600 for landscape maintenance services of city-maintained right-of-ways and facilities.
So now I'm ready for ask the motion. All right, could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Heard a motion from Councilman Pizzillo and a second from Councilman Osborne. Open for Councilman, it's an amendment, that's what it,
We're good. We're good. 121 is fine.
What are we going to give up?
can we have just one person run this and then get it over to the lawyer? Okay, where are we? No, I knew you were helping. All right, so where are we now?
Discussion.
I am verifying when the 151 came out.
Okay.
I think it's in the presentation. It's in the presentation, which is inconsistent with the car, which was inconsistent with the agenda. So that's where the confusion came up. But my understanding is 1,021,021 is what you need.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry for the confusion.
So where am I?
We're good. We're ready for a vote.
We're ready for a vote. Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job. Sorry for the confusion. All right, does council have any comments or combination of reports? And I know there was some activities that you attended this week, so comments on them? Sure. Yes. Councilman Osborne?
Thank you, Mayor. I attended the Westmark Healthcare Innovation Summit, which was very eye-opening for the entire industry, an incredible bunch of panels of a lot of healthcare knowledge. So I appreciate that one. And Dr. Seuss's birthday was Friday, and I went to a couple of schools reading Dr. Seuss. And you know me, I'm not animated whatsoever when I read stories. So that was a lot of fun, and got to hear this outstanding 10-year-old sing, which I won't say anything more because I'm sure her grandfather would just love to say something. And did attend with a couple other people, the Glendale State of the City.
So I'm going to let Councilman Vasillo talk next.
I don't know if I can say without tearing up. Sunday, my 10-year-old sang at the ballpark, the national anthem, and she got a rounding applause. In fact, if I remember right, she got a much larger applause than the day before that she had twice the people in there, and even the ball players came out and wanted selfies with her. So, again, she did an excellent job. None of that skill came from me or was passed down through my genes. She happens to be a really good singer. So, again, the mayor was there, Joanne was there, and was able to cheer on, plus the whole family. I took the whole family out, all her sisters and brothers and whatever.
As long as she
So-
doesn't sing AC/DC, we're good.
Well, I'm working on her on that part, but she, I was more nervous than she was. I'll put it to you that way. So she did an excellent job. I'm so proud of my Sophia.
He
So.
had a standing ovation, and they clapped for at least 5 minutes. I've never seen anything like that before, so you should be very proud. Next. Oh, well, then I'm going to talk. A couple of things happened. I was asked to be a guest speaker at the Luke Air Force Base on Women's History Month. And I was the only speaker. I hadn't planned on that, but I was. And it was very rewarding, and it was a very formal ceremony leading me in and introducing me and so forth. And it was a joy to think that as a wife of a military officer that I would have that opportunity someday, and I was very proud of that. So, and then the other thing, I attended Franklin Pierce, a dinner with their entire board of trustees and the president, and they flew in from their area, and it was delightful. And to just report, they are very, very happy with us. They certainly would like to advance, increase, but we'll see what happens with that. And so, with that, I decided that I would go to their graduation the ceremony, and it was very rewarding and very impressive. The number of nurses, the number of what they're graduating there, and a lot of Goodyear people. So next time they have a graduation, I'd like to see council attend that. It was very rewarding, so. Anything else? Yes.
Okay, so last week I attended the opioid task force, and we'll be doing a presentation at NLC on our efforts here in Goodyear and in the East Valley. And I also attended a meeting on getting past ratepayers paying more money for less for the water crisis. And it was done by Water Now, and it was really interesting because several cities that were present had not done rate increases yet, and they were getting ready to do it, and they didn't know how to do it. And those of us that were present, we told them how we did it. Well, we sort of told them how we did it. And it was really interesting because you forget that there are so many other cities besides you that are struggling to pay for infrastructure for water. I also attended today, I went to Mabel Padgett School, and I read, and to think I saw it on Mulberry Street, a Dr. Seuss book, and the kids I read to made me a book called, and to think that I saw it in the city of Goodyear.
Well, that's
And
sweet.
that with their little imaginations, they told me what they saw in Goodyear and then made a picture for me,
Very nice.
which was so
Very
precious.
nice.
So
Very nice.
it was really fun. And I think that's all I did. Yeah.
Pardon me? Any other comments? Some of you other were at a school. Yeah, you all
Wanted to
were.
be at a school.
Yes, oh, all right. Okay, anything else? Well, let's go on to the city manager. So city manager, do you have anything to report?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just two brief items. I wanted to provide an update on our Recreation Campus concept display open house that we had last Thursday. And I'm pleased to report we had a great turnout of approximately 100 individuals that attended that open house. We have one remaining opportunity for the public to come and view those three concept maps, and it will be on Thursday, April 5th from 5 to 7 at the Goodyear Library Community Room, and we'll again provide a lot of announcements in advance of that. The second item I wanted to discuss is that the Goodyear Arts and Culture Commission is proud to present the new art exhibit, Nature's Beauty, which is on display at the Goodyear Branch Library March 6th through May 31st. This is a juried event, and the show opening will be Thursday, March 8th, this Thursday, from 5:30 to 7. At the reception, there will be Native American flute music and light refreshments.
Thank
That's all.
you. Is there any follow-up action for the city manager? All right, does council have any inquiries to staff? Is there anything you want to put on a future agenda? Well, you're doing very cooperative, aren't you? All right, the next meeting will be a work session on March 19th at 5 o'clock. And with that, this meeting is adjourned.